All right, I'm on hole number 6 of the Euro Champions tournament. I'm in Tuesday's qualifying round in the rookie division in my 77 account, and I think I'm right there where I need to start pissing or getting off the pot as far as whether I'm going to qualify or not. So we're on Nordic Holes, hole number 5. All right, we got a serious Albie shot here. So I'm using a QB, a Kingmaker, a half a topspin, maximum left-hand side spin, some left curl, just the flavor, just to get me back in track with the fairway. 0% to start, 20% to the cup, plus 10 to 20% to the cup. I still haven't figured out what to do on the cup, so I'm still confused. I haven't hit enough perfects that I don't know if I don't know which direction I need to go. So what I'm going to do on this hole is not do any wind adjustment at all. I'm just going to hit it straight up at it and see which side I'm off and really focus on hitting perfect. That's what I'm going to do. That's what I'm going to do. I'm going to break this. I'm going to break this down. So I need my number 3 bag, I believe. QB Sniper. I'm taking a Kingmaker because why wouldn't we? It's not the king of balls. It's the Kingmaker. It's the power behind the throne. All right, here we roll. What is so encouraging is that I have been, for the last 2.5 weeks, I have been getting some serious lag. Ever since the new update came out in the game, like I was getting like lag. It really was, I don't know if it was stressing my connection or what happened in that upgrade, but I've had to upgrade my internet, and my internet seems to be running a lot smoother. I'm not getting the kind of lag that I was getting. I'm shutting up shots, and I've still got 8 seconds on the clock or 10 seconds on the clock. I haven't been hitting perfects. My timing is so far off because my lag has been so bad that I'm like anticipating that it's just gonna go to shit. So I'm like just anticipating that. About 2.5 maximum, 1.5 topspin. I got maybe 1 1/3. 2.9. It's 3 rings. Just put a little bit of curl just to bring it back to the fairway. Hitting it perfect. If you have a lower developed quarterback, that shot right there is a little bit harder because of the rod distance. So like at the raw distance, you don't need a lot of topspin on the other side. And so if you got a lower developed one, you'll have to put a lot more topspin on it in order to get to the other side of the sand. And so you accomplished your goal of making it over the sand, but then when you get to the other side, it'll roll out too far because you had to put too much topspin on it. So this is one of these holes that if you've got lower developed clubs, a rock works better because a rock has more raw distance. And even though it doesn't have as much topspin, it doesn't need a lot of topspin. Because of where it's at, if you've got lower developed clubs, it probably only needs 1.5 or maybe even just a titch of backspin. And you can get over there with a 100% accurate club. But I remember this hole when my clubs were lower and I used a rock on this hole and it worked out much better. But now that the quarterback is fully grown up, the quarterback works just fine. And it's got better ball guide. At least I think it does. I'm pretty sure it does. Not much. Straight up, I got to be right at max club. And it just seems like it's not lying, like I need to be a little short. So I'm coming about a square away from the cup. 3-4, just going to do a straight up wind adjustment. Man, it looks like it's uphill. And if I was doing anything, I'd be taking wind off. Hitting it perfect. See if we can get a good read on this. So it came in on the left-hand side and the wind's blowing to the right, so I took out too much wind. So I need to take some wind off, and I'm going to start at 10%. And that's with the max adjustment, -10. Because if that is not uphill, then this game's screwed. The whole thing about elevation, that's why sometimes I don't necessarily think it's elevation. I think it's just like you're not in the perfect spot in that club. Sometimes it is elevation, and sometimes it's you're in between mid max, or you've got a number wrong. And so there's fluctuations in it. So we can keep making it a moving target, or we can just go, okay, it's 1 per ring. And I keep hitting it perfect. I'm over pulling it. That means I need to take some wind out. Now, granted, that's the only time I've hit that perfect into that hole, so I have to start somewhere. That's why sometimes you guys will hear me say a number and you're like, what in the hell are you doing, dude? And it's just like, hey, that's where I'm at. The next change I make might be the one. All right, in the hole. That is why I'm a piss poor putter. I'm used to being that close, and it's like, yeah, you're that close. You can take them for granted. It's not a big deal. So you don't get used to taking putts serious. All right, I think this was the hole that I needed to. I think I'm at a spot where these last 3 holes coming in here, I need to decide whether I'm going to qualify today or I'm not going to qualify today. And I'm up one right now. I feel like I've got good chances of picking a shot up on the Parc de Paris holes, although I am practicing the par 4 for sure. So the next hole I'm definitely practicing, and so the opportunity for epic fail, that hole might be the determining factor. If I go there and epic fail, then I'll just epic fail. I'm not going to practice this hole. I feel like I got this par 3 down. I have an adjustment or two to make, but I feel like I'm right there, and I don't want to get a hole in one while I'm trying to work the shot out and have it count towards, what do we got here? We got 3 holes left. We're at -10, and we're in the qualification area. So I'd have to be less than a -10 in order not to qualify. I have no idea what the people up at the top have. It's not that it's important on today's round. And a lot of times I'll look, but like right now, I just want to see if I can just like pop myself up there. Need to build some confidence after the last 2 tournaments. All right. Thanks for watching.